Hello everyone, and welcome along to Cinemas Lost Forever. Today we're looking at the single-screen independent cinema, the Pavilion in Rainsford Road, Chelmsford, Essex. So let's get going. The Pavilion Super Cinema was built and opened in 1920. It seated 500 people on one level, but there was no balcony. It had an unassuming and simple facade with a central protrusion housing recessed front entrance doors. The facade was divided horizontally with an architectural ledge below which all the display frames were located. The upper section was reserved for the cinema name. In 1921 it was owned by John Norton and Son. In 1922 by Mr. Dawson. By 1928 it was owned by Mr. M. Hull, and by 1937 by Mr. C. A. James. Structural alterations and improvements were made to the interior and the front facade during the 1930s, when it became simply the Pavilion Cinema. In the latter part of its life, and by 1955, it was owned by Mr. F. J. Partner, who also owned the town's Select Cinema. The Pavilion was popular in the locale, but eventually it closed in June 1988. It stood empty before being converted into Laser Quest, an indoor laser game centre. That opened on the 9th of April 1993, but only lasted for a short while, and the building was converted into a nightclub called Zeus in 1994. Sadly, the building was demolished in 2007, and flats and a new nightclub now occupy the site. Just as an aside, the British actress Carol Leslie was born and grew up happily in Chelmsford. She made her film debut at the age of 12 in a film called The Silver Darlings. In 1949, aged just 14, she played her second role as the young Clara in Trotty True, a British musical comedy film. As a young teenager, she got herself a job working as an usherette in, you've guessed it, the Pavilion Cinema. She became a full-time actress in the British film industry with titles such as Woman in a Dressing Gown, No Trees in the Street, These Dangerous Years, Doctor in Love, Operation Bullshine, and What a Whopper. So there you go, from watching the stars on the silver screen to starring herself in film after film. A real local girl, made good. Well, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this one. The next video I'm going to do features the Regal Cinema in Beccles and a small little cinema in Beccles just called The Cinema. Hope you look forward to those two as much as I do, and I'll see you soon. In the meantime, take care of each other. Ta-da.